Hello again. It's me, Milton, Little Milto channel. Right. What we're going to be doing now, once I get this seat into the right position, because Dewalt, right, has made these chucks on these drills, which this is a DCD777 drill driver. I always buy combis, but unfortunately Amazon only sell this in drill driver mode. Anyway, the video is titled Chuck, Clutch, Gearbox and Speed Selector Repair. How do you repair it? Because Dewalt don't put a screw in the chuck so you can remove the chuck, they pinned it. You have to get a whole unit here. In other words, yes, you have to replace all this back, and that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to emulate what you have to do to actually do this. Okay, so what tools do we need to do this? Okay, first of all, we need a Phillips 1. Phillips, is it? PH1, yeah. Sorry, I had to think there. I was thinking the PZ, it's not, it's PH. PH1 screwdriver. We need a thin T10 or star drive or Torx drive, whatever you want to call them, right? One of these, because these little 25mm ones don't fit. I'll show you how to push how you can get them to work by using, excuse me, and a rubber hammer. You'll find out what that's for later. Right? And what you do is you put this on there like so, nice and tight, and really and truly, because this screw in here is so deep down, what you have to do is you'd have to force that in there, make sure you've got it inside the thorax head and turn it that way around, you see, because ordinarily this has got to be inside here if you're using one of these. I'm using a screwdriver, this one, because it's an underpowered piece of garbage, but it's brilliant for taking screws out like this, you see. Now it ain't going to fit now, you see how far in it went. So, well, you're good, I'm not. Right, so we're not using that one. I'll leave it in there. So, the first screw on this one that you have to take out. It doesn't really matter what position the chuck or the clutch or whatever it is positioned, because we're removing the screws. Stick your selector, the lock switch, into center position though. Might be advisable. Okay? Now, this screw is the first one to come out. Because if you can't get this one out, there is no point taking all the rest out. This piece in here, I'll show you how much of a professional I am, or an idiot, I'm going to tell you the price, is a weigh piece. It's slightly longer than normal, right? How much did it cost me from weigh? £17. Yeah, Milwaukee do a set of bits and pieces where you actually get something similar to this in there. And that set cost me, I think, £19. But you can pick it up for 17 if you shop around a bit for that one. I haven't got it here to show you. It was in the previous video. We are the listing of all the drills that have this pin inside them. Right? And a warning at the end of it. Right, anyway. So let's get stuck in about this. Right? So, and of course, if they put a screw on this, and if it was just a chuck that you had a problem with, no problem at all. So, we pop it in here. Right, one more thing to check for when we're doing this. Make sure all the screws are all the same size. It should be a red top. There it is. Keep the screws safe. And remember, and do check to make sure that all your screws... No, it's going to go up a bit. A bit more. Let's turn it back down one. Right, are all the same size. I'll just check that because that does look a bit different. No, same size. It looks like they're all going to be the same size. Right? Nah. It's going to have to go up one. Nah. Nice to see the screws nice and tight. Normally clutch setting 3 will take them out, but this is up on 5. Right? Okay. We're doing good. You can clearly see I'm not checking to see whether the screws are all the same size. So why do we have to do this? Because Dewalt is went down the same route as Bosch, because Bosch do it as well. Right, that's all the screws out of there. Right, Now we can dispense with this because we don't need it now, it's gone. Now, next bit, we're going to have to remove the 4 screws that are in here. Now, on the clutch setting here, there's a slight nick out on there. I'll try and show you, just there. Right, this is when we use our PH1 screw. Right, it fits in there a lot easier and you get it in. If you don't turn it to that, like so, it's a bit harder to get into place, although it went in that time, but you're angled off a little bit more and there's a chance that you could slip. So my advice is put it to there, right, turn it out. Notice how I haven't actually got something to reach in there, because to buy one long enough to put in there is going to cost me about another £17. And I thought, oh, to pot with this is just getting too expensive, this. Right, those are different screws, so we'll place them there. Now, once you took that one out, turn it to the next bit on there, right? Let's put this down a bit safe, it's getting a bit heavy, right? And do the same again. I'll just check that, make sure it is actually a PH, could be a PZ one, but I don't think so. It's sticking it out, so I don't care. Right, wow. Right, let's check that. I'll check it. There we go, no problem. Yeah, and of course they make loads of money as well through this, because a chuck may only cost you £18 for this drill. But of course, if it's going to cost you £18, well, they're not going to make very much money. So how much does it cost for the whole unit? Well, so far we've got it priced at £70 to £50. Yes, for the whole assembly, and I'll show you what the whole assembly looks like pretty soon. Hopefully. That's providing I've got all the screws out and the damn thing comes apart. And Dewalt haven't done something very secret to stop me from doing it. And you have to take it to bits. You have to split the clamshell apart, because if you don't, this won't come out. It's stuck in there. Right then, so what do? We take the rubber hammer, right? You could use screwdrivers and apply it apart, but I usually just do this, right? It's coming apart. This usually suffices. That's it, the initial shock's done, and hey presto, off it comes. One clamshell taken apart. So I'll put that there. Unfortunately, beat up a bit. Now at this point, this is when you get your mobile phone, because you've all got mobile phones, except people like me, and you take a photograph of the whole thing in there, just in case something goes wrong. You know roughly how to put the whole thing back together. And I've just noticed there's a spring up inside there. Okay, can you see this? I'll get my little pointy thing. Little pointy thing. Right, just up inside there, there's a clip. Obviously, it fits into the little groove that's on here. Right, there is a small groove. I'll shove it forward so you can see it. There's a small groove just on there, it fits in. So it's the retaining spring in there to give that a little bit of friction on it. Okay then, so we've done that. And I've warned you to watch out for the spring. There'll be one on the other side. So how does this piece here come off? Well, hopefully it comes off with not too much trouble. Lifting this up, they either pull or, I do have to lift it all the way up, it turns towards you as you're looking at it, so that would be anti-clockwise, and it just pulls away nicely. Now, whoops, it is it. I have now lost one of the screws, one of the little cogs have came out, and this thing here, the backing plate, goes on that way because it's marked up onto here. So we're now going to have to try and get right there. It is, that's back in. Okay, that's what it roughly looks like. Right now, somebody was asking me the other day why I use wooden handled screwdrivers and things like this. Because of all the oils and grease and everything sometimes I play with, these plastic handle screwdrivers fall to bits and pieces. This, like this here, right? This used to be a Torax T20, I think it was. No, T59. Anyway, the plastic handle, this oil and grease, it rots them, and that's why you'll find the majority of people that have been in engineering, which I was, end up using wood-handled screwdrivers like this here, and where's the other one? This here, right? It's not that we'll try to be fancy or clever and stuff. It's just that the oils dissolve the plastics and the rubber that's in there, special rubber, and it all falls to bits. Right then, enough of that. Right, now we actually have this apart, right? And I'll give you a bit of a look at this now, so you can all have a look inside, and we'll have a quick rundown through what's all in there. Here's your motor. Take my advice, don't play about with it if you don't know what you're doing. In here is all your wiring and everything for the switch, which pretty nice, wiring's okay. This white stuff is like a sealant. It helps protect all this if it gets wet in water, you see, inside here. And you have your main wires running up and down, right? And when we put this together, make sure that this is in the right spot, because this usually goes wrong when you're taking drills to bits and pieces, okay? Right? And of course there's all your diodes and special things that control power and tell things to do things, whatever the hell it is. And this is your brushless motor here, right? We're not in here to actually play around, we're just doing this, right? I'll leave that to the nice Canadian gentleman. He's a lot better at explaining all that stuff, right? Now, oh yeah, and be careful and watch your light LED wire here. Make sure that's in place correct. Right, so hopefully we've either been in touch with our Dewalt dealer or Dewalt themselves, right? And we've managed to pick up a whole new assembly. And I know you got to get there. All this here, right? Just all this, just for either say a chuck, or you've damaged the clutch, or you've stripped a gear out in the inside in there. It happens, and it's going to cost you all this money. Right then, so we imagine now we finally got it. It's came, the new bit, right? So now we're going to put it back together, and I've noticed something. You're better off if I reckon you had this in speed 1. We'll find out. I'll tell you what speed it should be in at the end. Right, so how do you put it back together again? Well, hopefully, same principle. I've got to do this looking at me though, right? We muck about getting this back into place again, right? Right, see what I mean? Right, we've got to get the planets and everything in the right order. If we get them in the wrong order, we're goosed. That's the problem here, right? Now, there we are, we're back in. Right, we're in. Right? Now, pick it up, check, make sure, have a quick look, make sure everything's in place. It's better if it's in speed 1, by the way, right? I never check to see if there's a spring on the other side, but I can feel it, right? So we've done that. Everything seems to be going quite good. Now, next job, bringing this into place. Before I go any further though on this, I'm doing this with a reasonably new drill. There's not a lot of dirt inside. You might find a lot of dust inside there, so you might want to take all this to bits and clean it up. That's fine. If this is the type of thing you're wanting, you're going to have to put down in the comments below, right, how to actually do that, because I'm only doing this, and I have to do this 3 times, right? I also have to do it with the DCD776 and the DCD776, because they've got this problem with the chuck as well, you see. So I'm making separate videos on all of them and taking them all to bits and pieces as well, you see. So anyway, now we try putting it back together again, right? This can be the fiddly bit. Now, I never checked to make sure that's in place now. It's clipped in. This is all going good. This is slightly out of whack up here. It doesn't seem to be going in quite correctly. You've got to get the clamshell all together in one shot, and it is. It's basically, it's together. Right. So, we took these screws out first. We're not going to put these ones in just yet, because I want the top part of the clamshell in place first. Show you why. Right. Turn torque settings down 1 to 4. Right. Put that one in. And if you're not sure, start your screws off by your fingers, right, if you're using a power driver thing first. I don't. Put that in place. Okay, and wait a minute. Come on, get in there. There we go. Right, now that seems to be in place. Okay, we're looking good. That's in. Right, I think what we should do is give it a quick test before we go any further. Got battery? Yeah, got battery. Right. Okay, we're turning. There are no clicks and clanks. Then we'll check everything else over. Right. Now we'll now start putting these screws back in place again with our PH1, which is here. And again, it's got goo on it. You see? So that's why you'll find people that are in engineering or have been in engineering will generally use wood-handled screwdrivers, because they're rubber on them and it doesn't rot the plastic either, because it decays the plastic as well. There we go. Hence why that one I showed you, this one, felt a bit too easy. Right. So as far as, oh, hang on a minute. I'm just telling you guys to do this and I haven't done it yet. I wonder what was going wrong. Why it was a bit harder. It is actually easier if you do turn it round, by the way. Right. So all this and all this cost just to replace either the chuck on this. I can understand maybe the gearbox, but then again you don't need the actual chuck. You could actually cut this down. I mean, if you wrecked your gearbox, I mean, okay. I mean, I can see that being a lot of money. I'm doing it again. Remember? Oh, I don't know where to run this way. Remember and turn that to that little notch that I was telling you about. Otherwise, it's harder to do, and I've just noticed it is harder. Right? Come on. But it's all to do with money at the end of the day. There's no point going on Fleabay and actually trying to get replacements off there for it, because you could be buying something that's even worse than what you've got. Seriously, I've had a look. It ain't worth it. And if it's going to cost you £70 for a whole new assembly, what I showed you, the drill itself's only 70 quid on Amazon. So basically speaking, throwaway society. And the reason why I put the screws and tested it first, I was making sure the darn thing was actually turning, right? And always make sure that you haven't got any wires trapped as well. That's another one that you can do, right? So we're on the winning side now, right? Come on, get in. There we go, it's that in. And it hasn't took too long. And remember, if you take it into your dealership to get this done, how much they're going to charge you as well, because you'll have that on top. So this is why I'm showing you how to do it. Alright, this is a tricky one. It might not. It's in. Yeah, it's in. Right, there we are. One drill built back up again. We'll give it a quick trial run. Right, right, we're on torque setting 1. Speed 1. Yeah, reverse still well. Yeah, I'll hold it up. Hammer up. Oh, hammer action. It's a drill driver. I ain't got bloody hammer action. Am I stupid? There we go, yeah. There we go. Everything works. The Dewalt drill is now back up and running. I showed you how to do it. I don't know how long this video took for me to do, but if you want to sit and talk and explaining everything how to do it, you probably do it in no time at all. I've showed you now how to do it. Okay then. Thanks for watching. My name's Milton. Channel's called Little Melto. Subscribe if you want. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Give me a thumbs down. I will be coming around and I will be kicking your dog if you give me thumbs down. Okay then. Okay. Bye. And I might see you the next time when you come and see me stripping down this one. And then stripping this one down. 3 separate videos on this. Yeah, I am really looking forward to it. Not really, but for my audience and my people out there, I'll do it. Okay then, I'll say goodbye when I eventually find the little button that actually switches everything off. Okay, see you next time.